suck my dick.
I need money.
This is BM Talk with Marc and Bob.
Oh, yeah. Let us pray. Our Father, who broadcasts in New York, hallowed be thy name. The King of all media. Baba Booey be done on earth and across the airwaves. Give us a hey now and Robin's News. And forgive us for our bad phone connection and boring calls, as we just want to be part of the show. And lead us into the future and deliver us from the FCC. For Howard is the king, with the power and the ratings, now and forever. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Podcasts are bullshit.
Hey now.
Anyang.
Hey, what?
Anyang.
Anyang.
Yes.
Anyang what?
Anyang.
Is
Korean. Anyang.
in
Korean.
Korea.
Yes.
In light of the Korean
Wait, is that
meetings?
Korean?
I don't.
No.
I can
I
barely
don't know
speak
what
English.
it is. I don't know what it is.
That's why I say hey now. I can't even say
something.
hello.
It's something. Anyang.
Anyang.
Yes.
Anyang women.
Anyang. It's the name of the little boy in Arrested Development.
Anya.
Anyang.
Yang.
Anyang. And they thought that that his name was Anyang, but he was just saying hello. And they called him Anyang.
Anyang.
Yeah.
I like it.
Right.
Sort of.
Right.
I like hey now better, but I'm down with Anyang.
I like all the different versions of hello.
Yes, because it's very educational.
Right, especially when you don't know what exactly the language is that you're speaking.
I know I have a hard time with English most of the time.
Oh, yes.
So we're back and almost a week vacation or a week away. Just like Bob, as you say, life happens.
Right, life happens.
But like I said, I'm a school bus driver. End of the school year, it's very busy with class picnics and field trips and testing and extra bus runs and this and that. So
right,
got to go make the cash.
He's got to drive the children safely.
We got
a new AC unit and making tons of noise.
Is that what that is? I thought
Yes.
it was the fan. The not the computer fan, but the back fan.
Oh, it might be. Hold on.
If not, I mean, it doesn't bother me.
Was that just feedback?
A little bit.
Oh, boy.
It doesn't bother me.
It bothers me. There we go.
Oh, now you can definitely hear the air conditioner.
Damn it.
Yeah, put your cans on.
I have a remote for that, but it's not near me.
Can you hear it? Does it bother you?
I can, but no. It's all right. It's all right. As long as it doesn't bother our beautiful, faithful followers.
No, the handful that we have. Although we're getting a lot of listens.
We are.
As a thing, so
we are.
Don't forget, we haven't got any calls, and you could do that by calling the number you see on the screen, 315-293-2999, and let us know what you think.
I don't know what way I'm going.
Go backwards. Go either way.
Oh, I thought you meant like go backwards.
No, on the never mind.
Oh, on the thing like this. Hey
now. But I don't know if you watch this show on TV. I think it's the greatest television show, one of the greatest TV shows ever.
Frasier?
No.
Okay.
Ozzy and Jack's World Detour.
No.
Now, maybe I'm biased because I'm a big Ozzy fan, but I'm telling you.
I haven't watched it.
The new season started the other day. It is fucking hilarious.
Jack has MS.
Yes. But you wouldn't know it because the way he gets around and stuff.
Because they have money.
But it's funny because the first episode of the new season, Ozzy's in the middle of doing promotions for the new tour.
Okay.
And he hates doing He likes being on stage, but he hates doing the promotions.
Oh, all right.
So he's looking to get out of the house, and he's like, he buys Jack a brand new like RV so they could hit the road.
Oh boy.
For the like 3 months or whatever, and he can get away from, because there's people in they show like all these people in the house. Sharon's got him running around doing this like, hey, I'm Ozzy, and we're gonna be rocking Dallas in a few weeks, like doing all this shit.
Oh, okay, doing like the video promo.
He
for
fucking
like
hates photo shoots, the whole thing.
Got ya.
So Jack can't really go because his wife's pregnant and about to pop anytime.
Okay.
So he was like, I really can't go. Jennifer, shit, I forget what the hell his wife's name is. She's
Jennifer, shit, we're gonna call her that.
She's about to have a baby. I can't go. And he was like, you don't need to be there for your baby. The kids aren't going to remember that you're there, whether you're there or not.
Oh,
it's funny getting them.
God.
Listening to Ozzy give him the guilt trip.
That's great.
Then Jack's trying to get Kelly to go with Ozzy on this trip just to get him away, but she doesn't want to go because she doesn't want to sleep in an RV, and she doesn't think it'll be fun, and this and that. So they're trying, and then they're trying to get her to convince Jack's wife to let them go on the road.
Oh,
for the show.
Okay, knowing that she could pop at any
right.
moment.
So Jack's wife shows up at the house. They're all sitting there, and Kelly, without even thinking about it, just blurts out, so these two want me to fucking, just blows their plan up and tells his wife what they're planning on doing.
Wow.
And Jack's like, whoa, it's oh my God, it's just so funny.
That's funny.
Just to see, it reminds me, like if my dad was still alive, something I would definitely want to do with him. Like get an RV and just drive around the country doing weird shit.
Okay.
Like I don't know what I could get him to do.
Got ya.
Jack has a hard time getting Ozzy to do stuff. And ends up what they agree on doing is Kelly's going to take Ozzy, but they're going to stay. I think what it is they got to get him to his first show in Florida on time. So they're going to go from California. They're going to like travel across the country 3 months to get him to the show. That's, I guess, the premise of this season.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just to, to try, but it's funnier than hell.
Got you.
When he's doing photo shoots and all these things, just like you could tell he does not want to do this. Him and Jack go to this one building in California somewhere where there's a glass slide on the outside of the building. It's completely clear, so when you slide down like a couple stories, like you just think you're, because it's all clear all around you. So Ozzy's like, fuck, no, I'm not doing that. So he ends up doing it. They end up getting him to do it, and then he's on top of the roof. They're looking at, like all of Los Angeles or whatever it is.
Okay.
And then Jack goes, okay, Mom wants me to have you cut a few promos. Are you fucking kidding me? And he just does not want to do it. And so he's got a script. He's got his phone up, and he's got Ozzy trying to say this, and he's saying it, and he's fucking it up, and he was like, fuck this, I'm all done. I'm not doing this anymore. It's just funnier than shit.
That is great.
I think it's on A&E.
Okay, I'm going to have to start watching.
I can't remember the network or the channel it's on, but if you could get a chance to watch this, Ozzy and Jack's World Detour, I'm telling you, it's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
And it's kind of nice to see, like, they do it like a reality show. Like then they'll have the two of them sitting in a chair talking about the episode and what it was like, and it's funny because apparently they went into a baby store. This is a funny story.
Okay.
Now Jack hasn't been in this baby store in about 7 years because the last time he was in there, he blew up the bathroom with a shit.
Oh.
And like they were all giving him dirty looks, so he hasn't been back there since. Yes. So they're in there walking around, and Ozzy keeps going, Jack, you got to use the bathroom? Jack, you got to use the bathroom? Bathrooms are over there, Jack, if you got to use them.
Oh, my God.
He keeps breaking his balls about it. And then they leave the store because they were getting a crib. And Jack goes, he was like, I think the cashier remembers me because she was giving me a dirty look like, oh, there's that guy over there.
That was a heck of an effort.
But it's a fucking great show.
Maybe I'm going to have to get Ozzy talking about taking a shit.
Yes.
And we're going to have to start playing that. My show ended. My Billions.
For the season?
For the season. It ended. and
That's not. Oh no, Showtime.
Showtime.
They do that whole
And,
season like TV do.
Yeah,
for the summer.
And they ended it. It ended last week, and all I know is my non-binary friend is going to get a big role next season.
Yeah.
They are going to be like a huge, prominent role next season.
Like I got to start.
Yeah.
Because you said they just, was 3
Season
seasons?
3,
they're in?
yeah. They're going to be going out 4, and Pig Vomit is going to be taking it takes a twist at the end.
Really?
Holy shit, I didn't expect it.
You don't want to give a spoiler?
No.
All right.
No, just because, like, holy shit, you got to watch it. It's so good. Like, when you get to, like, the end of the last season, like, oh, my God.
I'll have to watch it. I'll have
Yeah.
to put it on my to-do list this
Yes,
summer.
put it on your...
Because now that I don't have to get up
PDL.
early, when I sit up late at night and watch TV,
Right.
I got that app on my tablet that I can watch all sorts of TV shows.
Okay,
So,
good.
And
Good.
they have all the seasons there, so I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, you definitely are, and we're. I wanted to also talk about like our scheduling for the summer. That it's not going to be the way that it is.
Yeah, we're going to
during-
try and do as much as we
Yeah,
can.
we're going to
but
try and do as much.
I have the kids, so
Right. But when he doesn't have the kids and he's on his normal schedule.
well, the only thing that's we're not going to be able to do them as much during the week. But I don't want to go back to once a week again.
Right.
Where it's just Fridays. Like we can get a couple done. I just don't think it's going to be every day.
Right. But I wanted to bring up something about about how we're not able to do it every day like that because, for what you've been talking about, like you're a bus driver.
Right.
So during the day, it's easier for you to come here during the school months. During the day, we could bang one of these out in a day,
Absolutely.
So every day.
Well, I'm going to try, like I said, with the kids. Just
Yeah.
because I don't want to go back to just the once a week or,
Right,
or whatever.
we might have little Vinny
Sneaking up over here, yeah.
smelling your farts.
But, he's a funny kid.
That's funny. Oh, I got the hiccups.
Ah!
Didn't scare me.
No? Oh, well.
No. Didn't expect it, but didn't scare me.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Hold your breath.
Oh, I'm blinking like that Blinky guy on the Bruce Pritchard podcast.
You're
right
blinking.
now. Yeah.
Well, like
Yeah.
a lot?
Yeah, like a lot. Like I feel like I had something in my eye.
Eyelashes.
Yes.
Yes.
My eyelashes are long. Women would kill for my eyelashes. And my fingernails.
Really?
Yeah.
They've told you that?
Yeah.
I'll have to really give you a look over then.
Yeah, they're like...
Because I've never noticed that.
Yeah, well, my fingernails grow like fucking weeds. And fucking my eyelashes are long. They're
You're a
like-
sexy chick.
I am a sexy chick. I guess so. But a man, I guess...
Yeah, man, you're terrible.
Man, I'm
Man, you're a
horrible.
mess. But
right.
as a sexy chick, oh yeah.
I guess so.
I will think about
I
that
guess
tonight.
so. I would not make a very sexy chick, though. That's for sure.
Circus chick you would be.
A circus chick, like what? The fat lady?
The fat bearded lady.
Yeah, I'd be the fat bearded lady.
Why not? Somebody's got to do it. So,
You said you were talkative.
I had Chris over for Father's
Okay.
Day,
Okay.
and we're doing a little Mandela discussion and
Now, Chris is our
Alternate
friend that
universe.
believes- Chris is our friend
Yes.
who believes the
What?
Mandela effect and alternate universes.
See,
and
when I was talking to him Sunday, I didn't get that he believes it.
you
as
just
much
get
as
that he
he
likes to start shit over
Well,
it.
no, like he'll buy into it, but I don't know if he believes it.
Okay.
But I think he's more like, okay, yeah, all right, like he understands. Where I'm like, it's a memory thing, dude. It's
Right.
well, because he tried to. Well, how come with this many people? I'm like, that's just the way the brain. You know what I mean?
Right.
What I think he's really into and believes, and like I said, I'd like to get him on to talk about this because we actually had an intelligent back and forth on Sunday about it.
Okay.
Is the alternate reality deal? like Back to the Future, the alternate 1985.
Okay.
Like we were having a big conversation about like, could something like how did that happen and this and that and could that happen? And I guess if you buy into that, it could happen. Like theoretically,
right?
You could have that.
Yeah, I guess.
And like we were talking, well, if something like 9/11 happened, or if 9/11 didn't happen, would that affect the fact that we're sitting here together having a conversation?
I believe it probably would.
And I told him, I said, yeah. I said, because 9/11 happened, and that was one of the reasons I went down to New York City that year for the ball drop for New Year's Eve. Was because I wanted to be there from 2001 to 2002 just to be there for that.
Okay.
Because it wasn't a few months prior that 9/11 happened.
Okay.
And then while we were there, because Kim's mom lived down there, she had offered to stay. Hey, you guys if you ever want to come down and live here, you can stay with me. Blah. And I'm like, well, how many chances do you get to live in the city for free?
Not many.
With somebody, and it's something I've always wanted to do, so we ended up moving down there now.
Okay.
9/11 don't happen. I don't go down for New Year's because I'm like, I could go down anytime.
Oh, okay.
It's like I wanted to go down as soon as it happened. I wanted to go down and help out. I wanted to do something.
You wanted to get asbestos in your lungs,
right? But they weren't really letting anybody in.
Right.
And that pushed me more to get there. So like I said to him, I'm like, 9/11 don't happen. Maybe I don't go down there.
If 9/11 doesn't happen, we might not get the sweet sample either.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
Who knows?
There's all kinds of things that could happen if a certain event.
But I was
happen.
like, because then we were talking about time travelers and stuff, and I'm like, well, why would you travel back in time to change the line of a movie or the color of the Pillsbury's scarf?
Yeah.
Or why would you change that stuff? If I'm a time traveler, I'm going to go back and stop 9/11. I'm going to go back and assassinate Hitler before he has a chance to rise to power.
Right.
Or go stop something, go do something big, rather than
not. Yeah.
I'm going to travel back in time. We're going to change the Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
What I mean?
He's going to say,
I'm not going to do that.
Father.
But if you buy into that theory of alternate realities, like he said, well, then there's got to be millions of them. And I'm like, well, yeah, there's probably an if there is, if you want to buy into it, then yeah, there's an alternate reality where I'm a fucking priest.
Right.
In the Catholic Church.
Right. Me too.
So.
Me too.
But I'm not.
Right. Me either.
And there's no way to find that me because it doesn't exist. But
right.
It's all science fiction.
Right.
And
I think he confuses like how they write movies with what could potentially be reality. And it's like, but that's the way they write movies, where it's like it gives you a sense where it's like, well, that could happen.
Right. And a movie like Back to the Future, it's probably like two guys sitting here thinking, okay, well, let's say when he gets the almanac because he's going to go back and Marty McFly that was his idea, to go back, place a couple bets, become rich.
Right.
But then Biff steals it, and then then when they go back, because he's taken the almanac,
right,
they go back to that alternate
and
reality.
He becomes Donald Trump.
Right. Essentially.
Right. Biffco.
But again, it's when you're writing the movie, you're taking the theory of, okay, well, if we time travel this, like, they have to go back to that alternate 1985. Because Biff's stealing the book. If they went back to the regular time, then, that's part of the storyline.
Right.
To the movie. But it doesn't mean that it's fact. And if you can go back in time and do this, that's the way it's going to happen.
Right.
Because you can't travel back in time.
It's impossible. It's impossible. And the one guy who could have figured it out died.
Right. Stephen Hawking.
Right. And even he said, it's feasible but not possible.
Right, exactly.
Right.
It's not possible.
Right.
Because he was asking me if you could travel, I'm like, okay, let's say theoretically you could travel back and forth in time.
Okay.
How would you stop that person from doing whatever they're doing? And I'm like, the show that he was talking about that he obviously didn't realize was called Sliders. on Sci-Fi now, and that's what it was about. It was about time travelers going back, evil time travelers and good time. They just travel back and stop you. Like, you're going to travel back in time
to kill Hitler,
right?
But you have to kill me, because if I kill Hitler, it alters the entire line of time.
Right. And then we come back and then things are changed.
Right.
So, like, in theory, if you could travel back, like, think about it. If that was possible now, the first, I'll guarantee, and we could take a poll on this. So if you're listening, please
call the pipeline.
Call the pipeline. Comment if you're watching on YouTube. Anything. If you could travel back in time, what's the one thing you would do? You'd make yourself rich. You'd go back in time to put money on to invest in Apple, or learn about a football game, or a betting thing, or a horse, and bet so you could become rich. Nobody's going to go back in time, travel in time. If reality, if you could travel in time, you're not going to travel back in time and stop 9/11. You're going to fucking travel back in time.
I'm going to travel back
so
and
you can
make myself money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then leave yourself something, and then come back to where you have money.
Yes.
That's what you're going to... But then you're going to alter things anyways.
Yes. So, like, life as you know it right now would not be happening.
Right.
It would be completely different. And that's why, like, I don't know. There's way too much shit. Like, he gave you an example with the Mandela effect because we're wrestling fans, so we get, like, the whole, like, what if Bret Hart really pulled the Shawn Michaels at the Royal Rumble? And it's like, but no, that really happened.
And that's why there's none of that in sports, because it's live.
Right. And there's a couple tens of thousands of people that saw that live.
It's live.
Then there's live video proof.
There's the records that they keep.
Records, absolutely. even though the Royal Rumble, like you were saying, is not necessarily 30 seconds in between the guys, or 90 seconds or whatever. But because that's all, all work.
Yeah, that doesn't really affect anything.
That
affects how they want the show to go.
Right, but it's not affecting
because they don't expect
actual outcome.
Right, because they don't expect people to sit there and go, "Hey, wait a minute, it hasn't been 90 seconds, or it's been more than 90 seconds."
Right,
it's just part of the show. This guy's gonna, like, we were watching it. The one guy came out and he had the.
It's like a whole big entrance.
He'll have a skit or like a segment where he does something.
Right, and it might go over 90 minutes.
It might go 2 minutes, and then the next guy comes out.
Right.
But, yeah, that's...
Right, and then the guy after the next guy might come out earlier than the 90 seconds.
Right. Like, if you were to talk to administration up there and be like, hey, I timed it, they would probably tell you, well, it all works out in the end.
Right. Exactly,
it's an average of 90 seconds.
Exactly like what I was saying. Like, it's an average of 90 seconds because it's not...
Right.
It's not like basketball or football or baseball.
But I think what they should do, though, since it's so... It's like have the timer up on the bottom of the screen. When the guy comes out, then, boop, 90 seconds. And then it, counts down the full 90.
No, they don't need that, because then they would figure out a way to fool with time. I
don't know. I think, but
they'd make a second be longer than a second, and you'd be like, wait,
right, and
you'd
then
be like, wait, that's not right.
You wouldn't have anybody to be able to do their thing,
right.
If they had, like, so and so is going to get eliminated quick, but on the way down he's going to do this. And then this is going to happen to him in the ring quick, and then he's done. And it might take 2 minutes.
Right.
So, yeah, then you got somebody coming out in the middle of somebody's bit. I guess it would fuck things up. But,
it would.
It
would.
That's part of that entertainment in the wrestling
thing
that they do.
That is the entertainment. But, don't you think that if somebody came and fucked with certain things, like the Berenstein Bears... Like,
that was just a mispronunciation. See that?
Right. That's a mispronunciation.
Yeah, right. Mispronunciation.
It's Berenstein.
So somebody, just pronounced it wrong.
No, Berenstain.
Berenstain.
It's Berenstain. And it's just easier, it's like, you're all kids.
Right.
So, Berenstain,
Isn't that funny, though?
Berenstein.
You learn about the Berenstain Bears in school, where they're teaching you how to read.
And the
And
teachers
you can't read.
And the teachers can't read. Berenstain.
That's funny.
Stain.
But you could swear it was Steen.
Yeah.
And it never has been.
Because there's some teachers that are just idiots. They're like, oh, you want to read the Berenstain Bears?
Right. Or, like you said, you got that, if you have an accent or something, and it comes out Berenstein.
Right, instead of stain.
Right.
Right.
So,
right. There's
yeah.
so many different fucking
It's
things.
not a Mandela thing.
No, it is just a bad memory.
Well, it's like I was saying, I'm going to try and make this quick. The X-Files episode that I watched.
Yes,
called
you were
Monday.
telling
It was
me about that.
deja vu.
Right.
And their theory was, if I can try and sum it up, is that it's almost like they were saying, like the theory is there's a predetermination of how your day's going to go.
Okay.
And if something fucks that up, then like the Groundhog Day movie, you relive that day until the day becomes right.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
in this episode, Mulder and Scully kept dying in this bank robbery.
Now, who's who? I can never get that right. Mulder is the female?
No, Mulder's the guy, Scully's the girl.
Scully's the girl.
Yes.
Okay, Scully, because she likes to give skull.
Yes. I wouldn't mind it from her.
Okay.
Even now, she still looks good.
Still looks good.
But this was like from season 6. It was an older episode.
Okay.
And the whole thing was, once they started getting into like the theory of deja vu and what it was, is that they weren't supposed to die. And this one girl was the one who kept remembering it. Okay?
Okay.
And they weren't supposed to die. That wasn't the way the day was supposed to go. So fate, or whatever it is you want to call it, kept resetting the day until you could get it, until it got done right, or until a different outcome of the guy robbing the bank wearing the bomb blew up the bank,
Until
and everybody
what
died.
was supposed to happen happened for
Right.
you, for whoever
Mulder's
was there.
theory was that it's all free will. Like, even with him, when they kept doing the day over and over again, like little things would change with him, and then he realized that, hey, wait a minute, I'm reliving this day.
Okay.
And then that's when the story, started doing different. That's when
it started going in different directions.
Right. But the theory of it is that, not that our futures are predetermined, but maybe like the choices we make throughout the day determine how the day goes. Like his day started out, his waterbed sprung a leak in the middle of the night. He woke up wet. It got all over the floor, soaked through the floor to his landlord's apartment. It shorted out his alarm clock, so he got up late for work. A couple times he went to grab his cell phone to call, and it dropped and fell into the water on the floor. Then he ran out. I don't know. One scene, he ran out into another room to get something. He came back in, tripped over his shoes, and then crawled over to the phone because it was ringing, and it was the landlord. Oh, yeah, the floor's wet. Yeah, I'll cut you a check. And then that's how the whole thing started, is when he left his apartment to go to work, he cut his landlord a check for the water damage, but couldn't cover the check, so he had to go to the bank to deposit his check, his paycheck, so he could cover the personal check he wrote.
Got you.
And that's, but the day wasn't supposed to end with him and Scully and that guy dying.
Okay, got you.
And the theory was, because like him and Scully were talking, it's all about the free will, and people, they have the free will to do what they want. And if you ask any religious person this, because I've done this, ask priests about God, and how come God lets this happen, or how come blah, blah, blah. And that's what they tell you. They said, well, you have free will. That's what God gave you. That's what separates us from the angels, is that God gave us free will. And the angels don't have free will, except the one angel, Lucifer, who ended up with free will and rebelled against him, and the whole thing with that story.
Yeah, okay.
But it was an if you get a chance, it's season 6. I want to say episode 13 through 16, but the episode is called Monday, and it's an interesting theory on deja vu and what it is, and how you experience it.
What day is it?
Monday.
What day?
Monday.
You mean Monday?
Yeah. Hey, it's Monday. I can't do a good Ronnie.
No, I can't either. But I just think that's funny. Monday. Fucking idiot.
My subscription ran out. It sucks. I can't listen to Howard now. Either I call them or they call me and want me to renew.
Well, I mean, he does come and make an appearance on the podcast and say podcasts are bullshit.
True.
So that's good.
But I got the Facebook. They'll play clips from the show. Like I said, Dennis Rodman was on yesterday.
Yeah.
Talking about, I don't know if he cried. I want to go back and listen.
And then what's going to be great is you meet Howard one day and you're going to be like,
open me up again.
you're going to be like, come on, Howard, do me.
No, I'm not that insane of a fan.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
I love the guy and everything.
You love him, but you don't want to suck his dick.
Yeah, no. I'm not about to, like, oh, hey, Howard, get all creepy like Sal.
Oh, okay. Got it.
We're like, I want to stay at your house, or I want,
all right.
No,
got you.
No.
If it came down to it and he ended up palling around with you and he's like, oh, you want to stay at the house, you wouldn't turn it down.
Right. No. If he
it wouldn't be like a creepy kind of thing where it's like, oh, hey.
Right. I'm going through his drawers looking for, Howard's underwear.
Yeah. Let me.
Or look.
Right.
No.
Oh, that's a great.
And I wouldn't be a bad guest like when he has Ralph over and Ralph sleeps all out. Like when they have breakfast or food, Ralph's still upstairs sleeping, and I'm not a house guest like Ralph, and I probably wouldn't even stay more than a day anyway, just because I wouldn't want to overstay my. Like I think that's long enough.
Yeah,
you meet, unless you're on vacation somewhere.
Right.
Hey, you want to? Yeah, I'll come over. We'll hang out. This day. Yeah, spend the night. We'll do breakfast, whatever, in the morning. Yeah.
Right.
But
right.
No, I wouldn't. It wouldn't be like, even if you gave me this, well, if Howard's going to die, and the only way he would live is if you sucked his dick, I'd be like, well, sorry, dude, I love you and all, but maybe
open me up.
Maybe it's time for you to go. For $1 million, no, because I don't.
Yeah, no, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
It's not like that.
I know. It's not like a man crush
and I'm not just
whatever.
and I'm not just saying it because like
no, I know.
If it does happen, like I wouldn't I wouldn't I wouldn't do that. I don't know how to end it. I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
I would just be
I
would be flattered just to want to meet him, or say something happens, and we become friends or whatever. I would just be, I wouldn't have to talk to him every day or this. Just say, hey, Howard knows who I am. I know who he is. We've hung out a few times.
Right.
Fuck, after meeting him, I could die and be like, oh, there's nothing else left,
Yeah, nothing else.
I'm done. Well,
That's
maybe
great.
I want to stay alive long enough to spend the night.
That's great.
Spend
the night and then have breakfast and then at least have enough for him to talk shit about you.
My luck. We become friends. I spend the night at his house and pull an Artie where I shit the bed or something fucked up happens.
Right, and then he just chalk it up to BM talk.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Then he's all pissed. Then he goes, yeah. But I think by the time that happens, he's off the air and,
He's old. He needs a diaper.
Yeah, who knows?
He needs a Depend.
Because he's pushing 65.
I know. Both his parents are alive, too.
I think he said they're in their 90s.
That's great. That's great. We got to stop talking about Howard Stern.
I know, right?
What the fuck?
The Howard Stern Love Show.
Yeah. It's a new episode.
But I don't know. I guess that's what's been going on.
Yeah,
so far.
Oh, that was great.
Oh.
You could hear that.
I sprayed up there too today.
Oh.
But now it's just all like itchy.
No, it sucks. Well, I'll tell you what. I got fucking nose hairs and shit, and they annoy the fuck out of me.
You don't clip them?
Well, I try to, but I don't want to MS and fucking jam a pair of scissors up my nose.
You don't have like an electric?
No, I need to get an electric one back.
Yeah,
I used to have one that was but you're not supposed to cut all your nose hairs.
Right? No, just the long ones.
You're supposed to trim them. You are supposed to trim them, but not all of them.
Sometimes if they're long, I'll just pull it out.
Oh, and then it makes a little tear roll down your eye.
Right, it gets you that like almost where you got to sneeze.
Yeah,
yeah, I'll do that sometimes.
Nice.
But,
yeah, well.
31, episode 31, I guess, in the books.
31 and done.
31 and done.
Oh, baby.
I got a crap on deck that could choke a donkey.
That doesn't sound... There it is.
There it was.
The music to end the show.
Oh, yeah.
31.
Remember, bmtalk02.com.
for everything.
And hit up the pipeline. The number's right down
315-293-2999. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, share, comment, anything. Like I said earlier, let me know. I forgot even what I asked. Oh, about the time travel thing.
Right.
If you could go back in time, would you change something like 9/11, or would you just bet on fucking something and become rich?
Yes. Would you change Hitler and kill off people like Patrick Little?
Right.
Or give yourself money?
Oh, that's right. We got his people after us.
Yes. Patrick Little Hitler's people are after us.
We'll have to talk about their comments on the next one.
Yes, we have to.
Well, yeah, stay tuned. We're going to be putting them out as much as we can this summer.
Yes.
Or as much the summer lets us out to anyway.
Absolutely.
And we will see you episode 32.
They turned the friggin' frogs gay!